Was a somber night as Broadway pays tribute to a star whose life ended in tragedy after a skiing accident. For 1 minute, the lights on theater marquees dimmed in memory of Tony Award-winning actress Natasha Richardson. As CBS 2's Hazel Sanchez reports, her family was there to mourn with fans and fellow actors.
Natasha Richardson is considered one of Broadway's best, theater royalty. Tonight, her peers from coast to coast paid tribute to her life and career, and her husband Liam Neeson joined her closest friends to honor her here on the Great White Way.
Just one day after saying goodbye to his beloved Natasha, a grieving Liam Neeson returned to the place where he first met his wife, on Broadway. Neeson was met by the embrace of dear friends and loved ones. As each theater went dark, the crowd applauded to honor the Tony Award-winning actress. Richardson's mother, Oscar-winning actress Vanessa Redgrave, her sister Jolie Richardson, and half-brother Carlo Nero were all witness to the tribute, along with friends, actress Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick, who comforted Neeson. Not far away, colleagues attending the opening of the West Side Story revival remembered Richardson as a master of the stage.
Beautifully talented. We saw her in so many things, Anna Karenina, and we saw her in Cabaret and Closer. We saw her in many, many things, and she was always wonderful.
It's an incredible loss for Vanessa and for Liam and for I mean, it's just, I can't imagine what they're going through.
It's heartsick. Shouldn't have happened. I loved her very much.
All day, flowers were delivered to Richardson's Upper West Side condo she shared with her husband and 2 sons. Sorrow was felt from New York to Hollywood.
Life is short. She lived beautifully. She lived well.
I know Natasha. She's a very sweet lady, and all I can say to her family is to be strong.
This sudden halt to this beautiful life is just almost too much to bear. A small private funeral is now being planned for Richardson by the Greenwich Village Funeral Home. In the Theater District, Hazel Sanchez, CBS 2 News.
The medical examiner has determined Richardson died from an epidural hematoma, which is bleeding between the skull and the brain's covering.
the other, like a wave. Like a wave.
She was born to acting royalty, the granddaughter of Michael Redgrave, the daughter of Vanessa Redgrave and the great British director Tony Richardson. But she had no truck with the pressures of fame or the so-called curse of the Redgraves. If anything, she said, she found it inspired her. Natasha Richardson earned her acting spurs on both stage and screen. She could star in dark thrillers like Asylum and The Comfort of Strangers, period dramas such as The White Countess, and Hollywood romps like Made in Manhattan or The Parent Trap with the young Lindsay Lohan.
I have a proposal to make.
And yet one had the sense that her old school strength and gravity was perhaps best suited to the theatre.
No.
She was the perfect actor for Chekhov, Ibsen and Tennessee Williams, and won a Tony Award for her performance in Cabaret.
Natasha Richardson was enjoying a ski lesson when she fell over, got back up again and laughed. It was only later that day that she was rushed to hospital after complaining of headaches. Then what seemed like a relatively minor tumble turned fairly rapidly into tragedy. A medical examination has this evening confirmed that it was indeed that blunt impact to the head that claimed her life. In the presence of family and friends in New York, the life support machine that she was connected to was turned off in the early hours of this morning. Tributes have been flooding in ever since.
Natasha Richardson was an absolute rarity because she had such warmth. She had this enormous sparkle, and she not only had it when she did drama, Ibsen, Shakespeare, she had it in musicals, in light comedy. She could do anything. She was very rare, and above all she had it when you met her. You know, she lit up a room. She had such charisma. She was just enchanting. And to lose someone like that on what appears to be the most trivial non-event, it's just too awful for words.
I suppose everybody the world over just thinks, well, my goodness, you know, there she got up, she walked away from it, and then later on whatever happened took over, and it's just so astonishing that one moment you're a vibrant person, you know, active, and you know, she was due to be working with her mother in a little night music soon, and so much to look forward to, and then next moment it's gone. I mean, it's just terrible.
Questions are beginning to emerge as to why the first ambulance sent to the injured actress was turned back. There will of course be an investigation over the coming weeks. Natasha Richardson will be best remembered for her stage performances and for her various film roles, including Disney's family hit movie The Parent Trap. She was married to Schindler's List star Liam Neeson. The pair had 2 children together.